Live from Cool Boys Central.
You're the boss down there. I'm boss up here.
From bat tips to bat nips, we are just cool boys revisiting Batman, the animated series, and wearing hats. This is Batman and Beyond, a Cool Boys podcast.
I see Batman and Beyond.
Greetings, Cool Boy Nation. Cool Boy Bat Nation.
I think this tone is a definitely like a cool boy.
And welcome to another installment of Batman and Beyond, I guess.
You sound pretty excited for this episode.
A Cool Boys podcast. I'm Ballard.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to do this if this is the flow of the episode recording.
What's your name?
My name?
Yeah.
Well, it's Steve.
So cool.
Yeah,
Tonight's episode is Birds of a Feather.
Yeah, this is definitely not going to be read through the opening credits.
Directed by Frank
like
Parr. Story by the late Chuck Manville. Teleplay by Bryn Stevens. This episode came out on February 8th, 1993, and it is the villain, the Penguin.
Oh, hey! I have a side note for today. I'm excited.
Oh, yeah?
Can I tell you about my quick little and beyond? This is a little bit of actual, maybe Batman Beyond.
Yeah, you know what? You can say anything you want to say, Steve.
Can I?
After you address
the
elephant in the room. Why did you not show up to my birthday party last night?
Can I give my side note first, and then I can talk?
Of course, no. That's way more important. It's clearly way more important.
It is.
No, it is
exciting.
obviously.
It's good news. It's good news.
It's good news. Go ahead. Yeah, so excited.
Did you
So
know
cool.
that tonight's the 20th anniversary of the premiere of Batman Beyond, of our recording night, January 10th, 2019.
Tonight's the what?
When on January 10th, 1999, Batman Beyond first premiered.
The Batman Beyond, the show that I've never seen. And,
You've never seen? Oh man, I can't wait for you to watch it.
So cool. All right. Wikipedia says, I cannot believe you're not going to address literally the fact that you were at my birthday party.
We're professionals. We got to go through this.
Up, dude. It was a great night.
We're professionals.
And you fucking missed it, okay?
We're professionals. I thought we were professionals.
Whatever. It was.
I mean, I get paid to do this.
I enjoyed it. I had a great time. We all had a great time, okay? No one missed you.
I know.
All right?
I know. That's why I didn't come. All right? It's more about me than
It was
you.
classy. It was nice. It was a classy,
That's
fun,
what when you mentioned stuff about...
upscale event, and you wouldn't have liked it, probably.
That's exactly... I'm glad that you're bringing it up on this episode, because you're one of those not one of our kind dears. You're Pierce. You're fucking Pierce, man. And I felt like...
Fuck you.
I was Penguin. And,
wow.
you're like, hey, bring your tux. Ha, 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 ha.
Wikipedia says Veronica Vreeland is looking for a way to create a splash with her next party and arrives at the idea of having a former criminal in attendance, especially if there's one whose manners would create a stir. The Penguin, who has recently reformed, fits the bill perfectly. In the process of convincing the Penguin to come to her party, Veronica finds she likes the corpulent little guy for his part. The Penguin begins to fall in love with her until he overhears that he is merely being used. There, boom, done. All right, we can get in this episode. All right, I thought this episode was whatever. It was like whatever to me.
I enjoyed this episode.
Oh, by the way, Chuck Manville, who passed away, this is his last story credit, and then he died before this episode aired. He died on June 15th, 1992, so he didn't even get to see this episode air.
Were you a big fan of Chuck
quick
Manville's
aside,
work?
I was a huge fan of Chuck Manville.
Yeah?
And his son, Scott Manville, is actually the voice of Robin on Teen Titans Go.
Wow.
So that's kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
And you know what? I bet Chuck Manville went to his son's birthdays.
Not if his birthday was like, hey, let's pull a a Veronica and Pierce and do a whole, thing like this episode.
Whole thing.
I couldn't do it, man. I saw where you were going when you told me to bring my
Chuck
tux.
Menville died at 52 years old, Steve. You just want to
what I thought was funny?
Veronica and Pierce.
Was that later this episode when Penguin's at the restaurant and he tries to get the waiter's attention, he starts shouting.
Penguin, this is Penguin's second episode, by the way, and it's garbage.
He starts.
His first episode was garbage too.
This episode isn't garbage,
and he's only good when he's mixed in with other rogues.
I enjoyed this episode. I thought this was a fun one.
You would.
Yeah,
you're probably watching this episode last night when you should have been at the party.
I have to do my work, But
work or family, Steve. Showed your colors.
I thought that. I was gonna say when Pig was at the restaurant with Veronica, he starts calling out for the waiter and he's saying "Garçon, garçon," and that I feel like Quentin Tarantino totally ripped off of this episode for
No, garçon is what you would say in France. It would be rude, but you would say that to get a waiter. You'd be like, boy, boy.
Really?
Garçon is boy, but it also is how you would call a waiter. Yeah.
What do you call a waiter?
I don't remember. Penguin, I love, is right now going to the rogue hideout, and he's looking for his friends, and they're probably at someone else's birthday party because he's decided to go and not be at the birthday party, and he's hanging out in the hideout no one's at.
Well, no, he's not decided. He just got out of jail. All his friends abandoned him, and then he gets, kind of rused. He gets this whole...
Well, they probably, he should have been paying attention when literally on the episode last week, the friends asked Penguin to show up to the birthday party, and Penguin literally said on the podcast that he was going to.
No, I was excited about it, but then when you start talking about how it's going to be this, not one of our kind, dear sort of parties, and you were going to make fun of me because I don't really have a tux, and I was gonna just wear.
No one said this to you.
Man, I just couldn't. I couldn't do it.
You were making wild assumptions of what we.
Yeah, I know your true colors. So.
All right. Well, you know what? At Angelo's, the restaurant you keep referencing that you love so much about what Penguin does in this episode.
I feel like
he goes and gets calamari. And let me tell you what.
Do you feel like
calamari
these people
in general in most restaurants is pig bung?
Oh man, you're gonna go on to this thing again. But anyways,
yes, it's pig bung, Steve.
I think.
And you know what you know?
I
this
think
is how you know
Cool
Boy Nation.
Cool
Boy Nation. This is how you know. What you do is if you get served a plate of calamari and it's only the rings, there's no fried up little squiggly little arms, little leggies. If those don't exist, the little squiggly tentacles, you should absolutely ask for some. Go to the waiter or go to the waitress, go to your server and say, I don't really like the ring so much. Do you have any of the little tentacles? And if they say, no, I'm sorry, we don't, that means they're serving you pig bung because they have a giant bucket full of pig bung they are frying up.
Fries.
Pig bung is code for pig asshole.
What about spears?
What are spears?
Like calamari fries, where they're kind of just pieces.
That's probably chopped up pig bung.
You think it's all right. I like how this episode tries to show what happened. That the Penguin was really trying to be reformed. He was like a lonely person, and he just basically gets taken advantage of, and that's shitty. These are shitty people. Once again,
yeah, they are shitty people. Yeah, they're real shitty people.
And you know what? That's your people, Mike. You're this so.
I am not.
So that's why I didn't want to hang out with you and your people.
That is so insensitive.
Yeah. Well, you wanted me to tell you. We could have just been, doing this podcast.
That's so fucked up.
Instead, you wanted to air our grievances, for the whole world.
It's hard. I didn't want to It would have been fake if I was over here pretending like I didn't give a shit, but it kind of hurt me a little bit, I guess.
I don't give a shit, so why should
I'm
you?
Hurt. I'm double hurt now.
Well, yeah.
This sucks.
All right.
Whatever.
Let me go through my notes real quick so we can end this episode quickly.
All right, yep. Penguin, oh, by the way, we get a Penguin cliffhanger act break. This time it's Penguin, and
wait,
what happens?
whoa.
Batman saves the day.
Steven sponsored.
No, this one's a Penguin sponsored cliffhanger act break. Are you offended?
That hurts. That was to my heart.
Fine, good. All right, and then what else?
When in the party when she invites him to the party and Penguin's just like having the time of his life and he's schmoozing with like everybody that he's robbed. He's like joking around with the owner of the bank. He's like, "Oh, your security's pretty shitty. Remember that time I took all your money?" And then he tries to talk to the mayor, and they're all just like trying to get away from him. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, you know what I thought was funny? I thought it was funny when Bruce shows up out of nowhere and when Pierce and Veronica are having a conversation. And then he's just like, what's going on? What's this? And wait, why would you want to invite the Penguin to the party? And then like Pierce, I'm pretty sure says, for the entertainment, dildo.
Yeah. Not dildo, but something like that.
It was like for the entertainment dodo, but I think I heard for the entertainment dildo.
What is that?
And that's when they said he's NOKD, not one of our kind, or not our kind, dear.
Yeah, not our kind, dear. Is that what he said? I thought not one of our kind.
It's NOKD, not our kind, dear. Yeah, it's stupid.
But
you know what we do see? We see an awesome opera moment, and just like what we did last night, they watched the beautiful, the wonderful, the entertaining I Pagliacci.
I love that. What?
Yeah, we went and saw I Pagliacci in the big city, and you missed out. And it's in everything. It's like in Curb. It's in Seinfeld.
It's in everything.
It. And I saw the whole thing last night.
I heard
with
that
all my friends minus you, Steve.
Is it a similar plot as to this episode?
I didn't know what the fuck was going on. It was just loud singing music last night, and I was just tripping balls.
Oh shit!
Tripping balls.
Wow. That's interesting. Are we making fun sounds right now? Are we making fun sounds right now? Good stuff.
Yeah.
I like how Penguin thinks of himself as like this higher class person. I'm not sure where that really comes from.
The what now?
His like, I'm a person of like high class, Penguin.
Yeah, I don't know.
They didn't.
He rolls around a fucking rubber ducky vehicle.
Well, that was like a Batman
high class
homage, right, to the movies.
Batman Returns, Returns. Totally. Oh, definitely an homage to Batman Returns. Yeah, the rubber ducky.
I mean, the whole
the Penguin mobile.
Because they don't develop him. They don't do an origin story for Penguin or Catwoman. Because I think they were just so they just were in the movies or something when these came out. So they were. I don't know if they were basing it off of those characters or not.
They loosely are for sure. They definitely are very much like homaging those and mixing it with like old variations. Like Penguin, as I think we've discussed before, is very much Burgess Meredith's Penguin, but mixed with Danny DeVito's. Yeah. I thought this whole episode was really interesting. I thought it was good at times. I thought it was bad at times. Mostly, it reminds me of a really, really good original film called Dinner for Schmucks. It's an original movie. It was like Steve Carell, I think, and like Paul Rudd, or if I recall. It was awesome. It was super good. It was. But that was. I've never seen anything like it. Never have I ever seen anything like Dinner for Schmucks. It was great. It was exactly what Hollywood needs to turn out more of. Things like that. Really solid fucking content that's just really creative and brand new and just, awesome.
Agreed. Wait, so have we made up? We aired our grievances? Nope. We did an airing of grievances like Festivus?
Nope.
No? Oh, man.
3 out of 5 boys.
3?
3 out of 5 boys.
I probably shouldn't have brought it back up because you were talking all nice to me.
I'm just trying to get through this. At this point, I'm done maybe after this week.
Oh yeah, I like how Penguin but he finally goes back to being a criminal. He kidnaps
Great fat
Veronica.
stuff, Steve.
And he is asking for $1 million for her life or something like that. So he's going big.
What are your boys?
One of my boys?
Yeah.
I'm not done, man. I'm not done with you, and I'm not done with this.
What are your
episode.
boys?
Oh, it's I'd say like 4, 3.5.
Great
4.
bat stuff, Steve. Cool Boy Nation. Tune in, I don't know, maybe next week. We'll see. For more Batman and Beyond. A Cool Boys podcast. Cool Boy Bat Nation, be sure to let us bat know what you bat thought of Birds of a Feather. Or what your favorite bat episode is by emailing us at batmanandbeyondcoolboys@gmail.com. New episodes come out every Tuesday. Also, please check out our other great Cool Boy Central content with the Cool Boys podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Patreon. Be sure to like and subscribe to the Cool Boys. Also, review us on iTunes. You can donate to us on Patreon. It only costs $1, and you will receive special access to content too hot to air. You can find the Cool Boys on Patreon at www.patreon.com/coolboyspodcast. Thank you for listening. Stay cool, Cool Boy Bat Nation. Until next time, it's Byzies. Well, until never. Probably until never again. It's Byzies from Ballard.
And Byzies from Steve.
Yeah, Byzies for fucking sure.
So cool.
Batman
And beyond.
Oh, yeah.
Batman
and Beyond.